Okay, and this is officially one of the anime I am more interested in this season. Trickster, which has a really weird name. I mean, it has a really long extended name. Trickster Edogawa Ranpo Shounen Tanteidan Yori. Which, you know, it's not needed to be that long. You could just call it Trickster. But I'm really into this. The story is so different from what I expected. I mean, I didn't even bother watching a PV for this, because I thought it was going to be straight. The Young Boys Detective Club, the Shounen Tanteidan from Edogawa Ranpo works. But it's not. It is extremely different. The character names are all very similar. We've got like Detective Akechi, we've got Kobayashi, we've even got Detective Nakamura, but they are completely different from what they were in the stories and from what they were in like Ranpo Kitan, the other anime based off of Edogawa Ranpo's works. So this is new, and I'm really liking it. I mean, the animation is nothing incredible, but it looks nice. I like some of the artistic choices they're making with it, especially all the night sky shots they've got. Everything they've done with Kobayashi at the beginning of this series, where they've had him like falling from up high, flowers surrounding him as he crashed into the ground. That first shot we have of him smash through the glass ceiling and down into the broken area, grab that little bit of glass and try to stab himself in the throat. God damn, that was powerful. The music was on point and you instantly knew shit was going to go down in this series. It got very dark, it got very real, it got very interesting. A character who wants to die but can't kill himself. And as the episode went on, we got to understand exactly why this character wants to kill himself, because he's got this strange power that means anyone that comes too near to him, anyone that threatens him, anything that goes against his physical well-being, like, gets destroyed, essentially. It's crazy. And Kobayashi was in the novels, was just a normal boy detective who had a gift for disguise and often dressed like young girls. So this is a very different Kobayashi with this weird super strong power. And I know this is going to be too core, so yeah, I'm so into this. For another thing, Detective Akechi in this, again, nothing like his counterpart in the novels or anything like that. But he is so cool. I mean, as soon as I watched the opening and I saw his design, I really liked him. I really didn't think it was going to be Akechi. I thought the guy with the short black hair that's driving the car with Akechi was going to be Akechi, but nope. We've got this really chill-looking, relaxed man who is casually sexually harassing Detective Nakamura, which is funny. That comment about her modest, sag-free, and then it got cut off, was brilliant. And they've completely changed Detective Nakamura, who was actually a guy in the novels, but yeah, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. They're adding some girls to this. I mean, there weren't many girls in Edogawa Ranpo's work, so this is good. So, I mean, the story is a lot different than I expected it was going to be. Like I said, I mean, it's still based around 20 Faces, who I love. He's such a mysterious criminal who, even though he's called 20 Faces, has more like 1,000 faces. He can change his face on the fly and look however he wants. We got to see him in this first episode acting first as a hacker working on that robotic thing. And then later on we saw him as like an old man. And I wonder if not everybody got that. I'm sure most people did. I'm sure there were some people who was like, who was that guy Akechi was talking to and pointing a gun at? But yeah, 20 Faces managed to escape, change his face. And you had that little meeting between them, between Akechi and 20 Faces, where they just had that casual discussion. Akechi was wondering what 20 Faces was up to this time. 20 Faces was so calm about the whole thing. He just literally said, what do you think I should do? Poison gas or explosives for the finale? It was so cool. I love that mutual respect they have for each other, where they're going to be having little backwards and forwards. And I'm not exactly sure what 20 Faces did to get away there. I imagine he had some sort of sleeping drug in the tea that he tried to serve him. And that just like the fumes from that managed to make Akechi start to fall asleep to the point where he couldn't point the gun at him. And 20 Faces, that's why he had the timer down on the table to make sure that the drug would have enough time to take effect. And then he just got out of there. Man, that was brilliant. I love it. I love 20 Faces. For another thing, voice actor. On point. Seiyu is gacked. Gacked used to sing for Malice Miser. Gactu is an incredible singer and is also doing the opening for this series, which was great as well. But Gactu also played Genesis in Final Fantasy Crisis Core, and man, that voice is just so perfect. So deep, so masculine, so powerful. I really liked hearing him as 20 Faces, just kind of taunting Akechi without really going in too harsh. I really liked it. Man. And then we've got our main characters. I mean, that's the thing. I've only been talking about the side characters so far because they're the main ones from like the novels and stuff. But we've got Hanasaki Kensuke, who is a really cool kid, actually. I mean, he seems to be the current leader of the detective club. I have no idea how old he's supposed to be. I just know I like his design. It's very simple, but he's very expressive. I'm really hoping they keep that up in future episodes and it wasn't just extra attention to detail for this first one. But he's constantly changing his expression with the smiles and showing his sadness. He has a deep understanding of the ideas of life and death, you could tell. I mean, when he hits someone and they feel pain, he dropped that line, "Oh, it's just proof that you're alive," kind of thing. Like, there's something about him that really already thinks deeply about death and loss and all of that. His first detective case in this one was trying to find a missing dog who obviously, when it jumped at Kobayashi, the dog ended up getting absolutely destroyed. And so Hanasaki was going to take it back to its owner, at least, in the shoebox, give it back and, like, give it a proper funeral and everything. And he didn't even get to, because when he got back there, they'd already cancelled the case and just bought the child a new dog to look after. And man, that was horrible. I mean, I feel bad for that dog, if nothing else. But Hanasaki was just literally crying over that. The fact that an animal died and was just completely replaced right after, like it didn't matter at all. He felt that. He felt that deeply. I think that's why he's so interested in Kobayashi in this as well. With Kobayashi having that power where he can't be killed. He's able to just like jump out of buildings and dive into the water like morphed around him. He's got like that protective fear thing. It's so damn cool, man. So yeah, I really like them. And Nori, who's supposed to be looking after Hanasaki, is really cool as well. With her technological powers, like, she spends most of her time at home, but she has all these detective drones that go out with Hanasaki, keep an eye on him, try to lead him around. So yeah, she seems to really care about Hanasaki, but she's also worried that he is going to get himself killed too young. She's a thrill seeker, and she's worried about that. Oh man, I like her. She's really weird, is what I'm trying to say more than anything else. Like, she's worried about getting her yoga and Pilates done and shit. She's worried about her body and being active, even though she's a shut-in, so she stays in a room all day, doing all this computer shit. So yeah, I like her. I like her design. I like all of these characters so far. So yeah, pure greatness. I know the fight between 20 Faces and Akechi is going to get amazing, but then this main story about Kobayashi and Hanasaki and their powers is going to be really cool as well. I mean, we got that deep ending as well, where Inoue thought that Kobayashi was threatening Hanasaki, pointed a gun at him, and then Kobayashi accidentally released his powers on him and knocked him away. I'm not sure if that's going to put Inoue in any serious danger or just kind of knock him backwards and that'll be it. But man, that was greatness. So yeah, this one is an absolute recommendation from me. I loved it. The music was on point. The animation wasn't anything special, but like I said, I like the scenes, the way they set them up. The fires, the night skies, the underwater shit, it all looked perfect. It fit perfectly. And then we had some of the phrases that they were using. Like that first monologue at the beginning that was all about death. Talking about how death was rest, a gift to those who live, a mirror reflecting their life back at them. It was brilliant. Especially having that while you had Kobayashi trying to kill himself. It was so damn cool. The words were so damn good. We had Gactu reading them. Oh, just incredible. 10 out of 10. Amazing intro. Really drew me in. And then the rest of the episode just kept up with it, even though it wasn't at all what I expected. So let me know what you guys thought of this in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this review, wreck that like button like you mean it. Subscribe if you haven't already to see more. And I will see you guys next time.